Today is Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, and this morning I received a message from a parent in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy that I'd like to respond to because I think the topic would apply generally for many parents, and I'd like to try and deal with this as efficiently as I can. The parent wrote the following. I have a question regarding grade levels. Currently, my daughter is enrolled in grade 1 courses, so first grade courses, but we've already begun studying some grade 2 lessons in other subjects. Should we continue at this pace, working through the lessons, quizzes, and assignments until she completes all the necessary work for primary school, regardless of her age? I'm concerned we may be moving too quickly. I'm still accustomed to the traditional, that is, I would say the modern, school system, where students complete one grade level within the academic year before advancing to the next. Could you please clarify how this works in this context? So we have here a parent with a good problem. The problem is that the child is moving along quite well through grade level material, and the parent is wondering whether they should just move on into the next grade level or whether they should observe the grade or the academic calendar and stick within their current grade level. Now, this is the fundamental difference between homeschooling and the possibilities or the potential for homeschooling and modern schooling. In modern schools, the students begin in September and they end in June, and then school is closed. There's no progress that can be made. Students can't start second grade when they finish first grade in June, or if they finish early or can finish early, they're made to just go along with their classmates. That's the negative consequence of schooling in classes. You don't have the freedom to move along at your own pace. So what happens if a student moves a little slower, or in this case, a little faster than the other kids? Now, in a school, you've got a number of problems, but at home, all we're concerned about is our own individual children. We're concerned with educating our own children, and even in our own families, our own children are going to be different. They're going to have different strengths and weaknesses. They're going to be able to move at different paces. And homeschooling should make all of that no problem. Now, many modern homeschool programs are simply school programs used at home, which makes no sense. In the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, we are a program that specifically serves homeschooling families by allowing individual children to move at their own pace. So my advice would always be move forward, move forward, move forward, because there's no need to follow what the schools are doing. You're not in a modern school. You're free to study on your own pace at home. Now, having said that, what I would also warn against is putting pressure on the student or on the parent for modern studies that are really not necessary. You're really not going to be rewarded for doing more modern studies. You're not going to be rewarded for going through modern studies more quickly. And so I don't know that it's a good idea to focus on modern school subjects and try to do more and more and more. What I would advise is to stick to your grade level modern studies. And if you have more time, begin to add to that classical Catholic studies. That's what enriches the curriculum and actually gives your children a better education. At the end of the year, let's say May, in May, I would recommend taking standardized tests for the normal grade level your child would be in, and just keeping those records to show that you've completed and are making progress in grade level content, because no one in the modern school world cares about anything else than modern school grade level progress. So you're not going to win any awards by doing more or moving faster. So my advice would be to not supplement grade level modern studies with more modern studies, but to take the opportunity to supplement the modern studies with classical Catholic studies, and don't put any pressure on the grade level content. You're going to have to continue through all 12 years of grade school. There's no need to stress about that. Just get the yearly modern studies done and use standardized tests each year to prove that you're making progress, and be content with that. And if you're going to add something, add classical Catholic studies to actually increase the rigor of your children's studies. Supplement the modern curriculum with superior studies, and in the long run, that will actually give your children the best education possible. Now, you can only do that in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, and I'm going to make another announcement today. I actually posted it on the Study Center, but I'm going to post a talk today introducing a new set of reports that allow parents to create progress reports and transcripts for their children's studies. And the way that our reports are going to work are very different from modern schools, and they're going to make this very, very easy for homeschooling parents. So I hope that's a helpful answer. It's a good question. Like I said, a good problem to have. But I would recommend generally that we not add modern studies to modern studies, but add classical Catholic studies to modern studies when we have the time and opportunity to do so. I hope that helps. God bless.